Well, speaking of racists,
All right.
we love that shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
By the way, I'm going to send you over this new video.
Okay.
So you can take a look at it. It's actually pretty cool.
Have you been watching it while we were talking?
I don't have the sound on. I just wanted to see the quality of the video.
Okay, cool. Send it over.
So I'm going to send it over to you just so you could see it. But Don said he would call in tonight so we could talk about it.
I'll flip it right onto YouTube.
Yeah, you do that, and we're both dead.
We're done.
We're both dead.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't be happy.
No. Sent that over to you.
All right, would you mail it?
Yeah, email.
Okay.
All right. This is something that happened near you.
Okay.
Ohio youth team players allegedly called racially offensive jerseys a funny joke.
Racially offensive jerseys.
Yeah, they had jerseys for their basketball team.
Okay. And they were racist?
Well, you be the judge.
All right.
When news broke of a youth basketball team being booted from the Cincinnati Area Recreational League over sexually and racially offensive language on its jerseys, questions were raised about how the team managed to play 4 games before someone stepped in and more details are beginning to surface. So get this. These kids played 4 games in public, and I'm going to tell you what their jerseys said.
Okay.
Tony Rue, a parent of a player on an opposing team, finally drew attention to the matter when he posted images to
Facebook
of players from Kings Mills, Ohio. That's where Kings Island is at.
Okay.
Sporting jerseys for, drum roll please, the Wet Dream Team.
The Wet Dream Team?
Yes.
That's funny.
With the names on the back that included Negro.
Negro?
K-N-E-E-G-R-O-W.
That's kind of funny.
And Coon.
Coon?
C-O-O-N.
All right. Maybe the guy likes raccoons.
Hail and kill call. You're on the air. Guess nobody's there. Rue also raised the issue with Cincinnati Premier Youth Basketball League officials, who then barred them from participating. The Cincinnati Enquirer tracked down one of the offending team's previous opposing coaches, Milford coach Jason DiTillo, who said he also took pictures of the jerseys and reported them to the referees, but he could not find a league official and failed to raise the issue during a holiday break. However, DiTillo did relay details of the conversation he had with members of the offending team. He walked up to the player with the Negro jersey. I said, "That is so provocative and unacceptable." They just laughed. They thought it was a funny joke. DiTillo confronted the player wearing the jersey with Coon on his back, and he got the same laugh reaction to his statements of disapproval.
Oh.
The coach of the other team said nothing in response.
Yeah, pal.
DiTillo also said the game was marred by excessive physicality and insults from the Wet Dream Team and its fans.
Wow.
The opposing coach estimated most members of the offending team were prep juniors and seniors. The CPYBL features a number of levels for players in grades 2 through 12.
So this was like a rec league?
Yeah.
And they didn't get this for like 4 games?
4 games.
The hell? How do you not get that in 4 seconds? How do you not look at some player and say, Negro? What? How do you not get that immediately?
Well, don't you think just registering your team on the roster of teams to play in that league, the Wet Dream Team?
Yeah, the Wet Dream Team.
And nobody thought, hey, that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, that's not good. How did they... Jeez, oh man. That is one clueless town. They didn't get Wet Dream Team. They didn't notice for 4 games the Negro or the Coon.
Well, maybe some people did notice.
Yeah,
but nobody wants to say anything these days.
I don't believe that.
You don't think so?
Fuck no. Anytime anybody can claim racism, they can't wait to fucking cry about that. You know that. You know, there's always some fucking busybody wants to cry racism about anything.
Mm-hmm.
These pancakes are racist. Whatever it is, anything. They want to. I don't believe for 1 second they didn't want to cry about this being racist. I think the town is just a bunch of dummies.
So they're low intelligence folks,
or very unfocused. That's the product of looking at your phone the whole night.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, dude. Negro?
Negro.
How does that not noticed? For fucking 16 quarters. How do you play 16 quarters of basketball with the word Negro on your back and not have anybody say, hey, that's odd? Think his name is, what, you think his first name really is Nee? Think he's growing? Hey, what the fuck? Come on.
All right, here's one more story, and let me see if you catch the subtleties in this story.
Okay.
And we'll let Don know he's got about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Boston Celtics forward Jaylen Brown detailed his experience with the cross-section of racism in sports in a wide-ranging interview with The Guardian, and among his conclusions was that President Donald Trump is unfit to lead and has made it more acceptable for racists to speak their minds.
Oh, has he?
Many of Brown's NBA brethren, from LeBron James to Kevin Durant, have suggested as much over the previous year, but few have framed Trump's rise in the context of systematic racism so thoroughly.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What about the last guy?
Well, that's funny you should bring that up because that's going to play heavily into this.
Okay.
Racism definitely still exists in the South, Brown told The Guardian. I've experienced it through basketball. I've had people call me the N-word. I've had people come to the basketball game dressed in monkey suits with a jersey on.
What game is he at?
Well,
now, he plays for Boston, though, right?
Yeah, but he's describing his basketball experience. Now, this kid's 21 years old, okay?
Sure.
Trump has been in the office a year.
Yeah.
This kid is describing incidences that happened to him at 14 years old.
So, 7 years ago.
Who was in office 7 years ago?
Obama.
Mm-hmm. I've had people come to the games dressed in monkey suits with jerseys on. I've had people paint their faces black at my games. I've had people throw bananas in the stands.
I mean, that's terrible.
It is.
Not a laughable matter.
Not at all.
No.
Let's see here. Racism definitely exists across America today. Of course, it's changed a lot, and my opportunities are far greater than they would have been 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So some people think racism has dissipated or no longer exists, but it's hidden in more strategic places. You have less people coming to your face and telling you certain things, but Trump has made it a lot more acceptable for racists to speak their minds.
Trump has done that.
Yeah, Trump has done that.
How did Trump do that?
I don't know.
I'm always curious on what Trump exactly did that's racist. Other than calling Haiti a shithole.
And that was just recently.
But I agree. That's racist.
Is it?
Of course.
Okay.
Everything Trump does is racist.
Sure,
Now that I think about it. Changing the tax law, racism.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's racist. What else has he done? Getting on Air Force One? Racist. Getting off Air Force One? Racist. Talking to Kim Jong-un? Racist. Russians? Racism. What else has he done? Anything? Didn't he sign something with about Martin Luther King this week?
He did.
What was that about? Was that proclaiming a federal day or something?
Yeah, it was like protections.
Or it was something about, wasn't it something about a park or something, making it a national park or something?
Mm-hmm.
Racism. It's definitely anti-black by having a Martin Luther King park.
Right.
Racism. Jesus Christ. Easy, Tanner.
Jeez.
Wow.
Too funny.
That's a bit tough.
Everything's racist.
It is.
Brown credited former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick for sacrificing his football career in support of social justice.
Yeah, thank God for that.
He's not surprised that there's been an effort by the NFL, he said, to blackball him out of the league. And
Yeah.
he raised an interesting point about the role of sports in our culture and escape from reality for both those who live it and those who don't want to face it.
Mm-hmm.
Brown circled back to Trump. The 21-year-old considered the president's demand of an apology from LeVar Ball after his son Lee Angelo was arrested for shoplifting in China. Further evidence that Trump priorities are out of whack. That perhaps, my words, not his, Trump's ungrateful fool jab at LeVar was one more example of legislators trying to keep the existing social structure in place.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that kid could have rotted in jail over in China.
Yeah. I'll bet you Donald Trump does. And see, you know what the worst part is? The next one that does it, Trump's not going to do anything, and they'll fucking blame him for that too.
Yeah. So
how dare he leave an American there?
Yeah. So this kid and his fellow, teammates, go over to China, which has got some really strict fucking laws over there.
Yeah, they'll beat the shit out of you. Don't they tie you to a stake and beat the shit out of you?
Well, they'll do that, or they'll just put you in jail for the rest of your life.
Yeah, or kill you.
And Donald Trump got them released.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when journalist asked his dad, what do you think about Trump getting your son back? He's like, Trump who?
Yeah, well, LeVar Ball is a cunt.
Well, I understand that, but my point is that his kid could still be over there in jail.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yep. And, his kid didn't get anything for fucking being a thief.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And being destructive on top of that.
Yeah.
Because didn't they, steal some posters or some shit?
Glasses.
Well, oh, yeah, they shoplifted sunglasses, right?
Yeah, like $21,000 worth of shit. It was some crazy number worth of... Well, and it doesn't matter. What are you doing going to another country and stealing anything, you fuck?
Yeah. Well, the thing is we have seen other people, in the past get locked up for years.
Yeah.
for doing stupid shit like that. And you know, Donald Trump was able to call over there and tell those guys, hey, do me a favor, let those guys go.
If we want to make it all racial, what about the white guy that fucking came back all pudding-head out of Korea?
Oh, yeah, that got him beaten, and then he died once he got home.
He got home and died after they beat the living fuck out of him. They beat him till there was nothing left to beat and then sent the fucking bag of barely breathing body home. Yeah, so shut up. Shut up with your fucking 21-year-old fucking stupid one-sided view, you dick fuck.
Yeah, that was racist.
Go put a ball in the hole. That's what you're here to do. Stop talking like you fucking matter.
Well, it wasn't so much the kid, it was his dad.
No, not that. I'm talking about this fucking basketball player.
Oh, yeah, that kid, yeah.
That fucking guy needs to shut the fuck up. Put the ball in the hole. That's your job. No one gives a fuck about your social consciousness. No one cares. No one cares about anybody's social consciousness. That's the thing that cracks me up is who gives a fuck? Why is it that every fucking time Rosie O'Donnell fucking puts a tweet out there that it's on Fox fucking News or MSNBC or whatever? You know, why is it that fucking Sarah Silverman is a news story or Barbara Streisand or Robert De Niro or who gives a shit what these people have to say? Their value is making a fucking movie or singing a goddamn song. Outside of that, they have no value to the regular people.
Well, for whatever reason, if you're an accomplished entertainer, somehow you're enlightened. You have more insight than the average schmo out there.
Which is bullshit.
I agree. But that's the attitude, though.
But why do you think that is? Is it because so many people worship the fucking the spoon feeding that they get from the media?
Well, I think because when you're in the entertainment industry, and I'm going to include us in this, people have a tendency to put you on a pedestal that you know something that they don't.
Well, first, let me address that a couple ways. First, don't ever do that with us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Don't ever take anything that we say as fucking something you should believe. Find your own fucking belief system. If you agree with us, great. If you don't, great. But don't fucking do it because we say to do it. Anything. Don't believe anything. Don't do anything because we say to do it. That's the first thing. Secondly is, when does that change? Do you think that that's finally changing? Do you think that it's starting to get to be where more and more people are like, who the fuck are you, shitwad?
You would like to think so.
You do or don't?
It might be, but I don't know that to be fact.
I don't think it's totally fact yet. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about stupid cunt Oprah being the fucking president.
Right.
You know, I mean, not that that's going to happen, but the fact that it was a news story for a week and a half is proof positive that people still listen to the media.
Right.
But you've got to think after this election that's going to change, don't you think?
I would hope so.
Dude, I was thinking about this today, and tell me what you think of this. How fucking crazy, for the sake of argument, let's say that Trump does not get reelected in 2020, and it goes to fucking whoever from the Democratic side. How brutal is the backlash going to be?
Big time.
Don't you think it's going to be 3 times what we're doing now?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, whoever that next president is not going to be able to fucking sneeze without being called on the carpet.
Absolutely.
It's going to be completely intolerable. That's going to be the day that I fucking hang up my Facebook. Is when that, because I don't think I can handle that. But it's going to be off the chain. And all the liberals are going to complain about it, but they're setting the pattern right now, just the same way as like with Obama. How many times for years did me and you on this show talk about eventually the pendulum's going to swing?
Yep.
And it's going to be brutal. And sure enough, it swung the other way, and the liberals are losing their fucking minds over it. Ugh. We're doomed, dude. We are fucking doomed. Anyway, go ahead.
No, that's all I had for that.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, I let Don know he can call in 5 minutes.
Okay.
So let's play a song, and hopefully he'll call, and we'll see what's on his mind.
All right, sounds good.
So since Don gave us a waiver, we can play a Dawkins song.
All right.
Which is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Is there a song you would like to hear?
I would like to hear... How's about if we go with... Can we play any Dawkins song?
I don't know what his waiver covers. Do you?
Right, so it's got to be fairly newer stuff, probably.
I would think so.
Let's go with Empire.
Okay.
That's a good one. Rocks.
Yeah, it is. It's a goodie. All right. Yeah. Well, can you believe it's already been 2012 since Empire came out?
6 years, huh? Getting into the Chinese democracy.
Yeah, era. 6 years already.
My goodness.
But supposedly they'll have something out this year.
Nice.
In 2018. So
cool.
All right. Well, let's play some Dawkins from the Empire release, and we'll see if we can get Don to call on time. Because we know because it's called Dawkins time. There's a reason why it's called Dawkins time.
That's right.
Because it's never on time.
Right.
Let me see here. Where the hell is it? Dawkins Empire. All right, here it is.
All right.
Well, let's play some Dawkins Empire. Let's see if we can get Don on the phone. He's got something he wants to talk about. He says while he's home. I'm not sure where he's going.
All right. Well, we'll find out.
He must have some shows or something coming up, or maybe he's going out of the country. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
So, all right, here it is. This is Dawkins with Empire exclusively here
on your classic metal show.